welcome back to another episode of Toony Nails. This week I'm bringing you a video featuring my very own Bobby. He's my boyfriend and he has agreed to get himself a mani by me. He doesn't like getting polish done very often, but when he does, he lets me go all out basically. So thank goodness for him. I really like how the industry is expanding to more guys out there. It's like, I know nails is typically like a girl industry, but this is really exciting for me. I really like doing guys' nails, and the designs that they bring forward are, it's unique with each person, but obviously it helps to have different types of people giving you different design ideas. So that's really cool. Obviously I came up with this one though. Bobby didn't have much input. I bought this new set of foils that I thought were really cool. Well, not a set, just like one one little roll. And I asked him, I was like, do you want these? And he was like, yeah, sure. And so this is what's happening now. I'm using this little file that I got years ago. What I use for myself and for Bobby is different than what I use for my clients. Like, we just kind of use like house things, like what anybody would typically use for themselves, and then my more like, I guess, professional things I use for everybody else. So yeah, that's why I'm using this little like hand file that we just have in our box of personal items. And as you can see, I am performing a wet manicure for him. I typically do dry manicures with my e-file. They're my favorite. But Bobby is really sensitive, so the e-file on him, even though I go lightly, I can use the finest bit and he will just, and it hurts him even just to push back his cuticles. So I decided to use this wet manicure style so that we can just soften up his fingers a lot and that it can be a little more comfortable for him. But yeah, even just this part where I take the cuticle pusher and I just push back his cuticles, lift them off the nail, he already like feels uncomfortable with that, and on some fingers it's too much. And like, it's the same pressure I apply to everybody else, and clients tell me if it's too much or not. It's usually not a problem, but on him it's like, it's really sensitive, so I had to adapt my technique so that he feels comfortable and he will want to keep getting his nails done by me. So yeah, I just have to be a little more careful, and his thumbs are gonna look a little bit, I guess I just want to mention that since I'm not going really thoroughly through his cuticles, they're not gonna look super clean, and that's okay. I think that's just like what works for him. A super clean manicure I think would just be too much for his skin type is all. In general, I don't like to take off too much of the cuticle. I can definitely, like, if the client asks for it, but my own opinions about cuticle, I just think like once you add cuticle oil, there will be moist and kind of not an issue. Like, I just like to take off what's in the way basically, and then leave a little bit because I have pretty sensitive fingers. I don't have tough cuticle or anything like that, and yeah, when I do take off a lot, like Russian manicure style, I remember even just the first time I got it done, even the wind as I walked through outside, like the wind hitting my nails was like, I could feel it. It was like cold. And so that's how sensitive I am with my fingers. So I feel like when I take off too much of that dead skin, it's like I feel too bare, and I just don't think it's as necessary in my opinion. So that's just my personal approach to nails. When people ask me for my opinion, that's what I tell them. They're like, oh, I asked, do you want your cuticles cut? And if they say, oh, like, what is that? And I'm like, or they say like, oh, up to you. I'm like, oh, well, you know what? Right now I don't really recommend it. They're just short enough. It's going to be okay. It's not going to be an issue. If that's really in the way, then I'll be like, yes, please let me clean it up. But for the most part, I just like it to look clean, but not necessarily like all the dead skin off. I don't know if I'm making it clear. Like, with Bobby, I have to be even more careful just because he's, again, like sensitive. But let's say I take off just like this bit of the dead skin, and maybe there's like another smooth layer underneath. of dead skin that you could go and like take off, I rather just leave it. And in my opinion, that's like okay, because it still will look pretty. And it's just not gonna be, yeah, I just don't like taking off too much, I guess. And I know it looks beautiful. I know Russian manicure looks amazing. I do still think it's an awesome option, and if you do want it, I'll perform it at like no issue. I just like, yeah, just for me, if it were up to me, I wouldn't go as deeply through. That's all. But yeah, Bobby's thumbs especially were very sensitive, so I couldn't even push back that much. So yeah, I couldn't really do much on his fingers, especially his thumbs. And I know in general thumbs tend to have like shorter, like that gap, the nail fold gap between the nail and like the nail fold. Like on him, it's just like not possible without him like cringing from the discomfort. And so on his thumbs, it's even less possible, just because thumbs in general have less of that like space. Now that I'm done with the cuticle, I'm just buffing the nails, try to get any of the shine off and any dead skin that's left on there. And again, I would usually use the e-file to do this step, but just to get rid of any extra dead skin. Like here, I'm really trying to like buff off the rest of that cuticle. And yeah, I would use the e-file usually, but not with him because sensitive boy. And then I don't take a lot off the cuticle before buffing either, because then after I do this, I know some bits like lift here and there, and then I go back and I cut off any of the leftover dead skin that's like flipping up, like on his middle finger right there, on his like the finger I'm working on right here, there's like that little bit of white sticking up. I'll just go back and fix that, just so the nails look nice and clean and ready to go. But yeah, on the last photos, I didn't really use cuticle oil, so you're really gonna see how the nails looked just in general. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. Right now, I applied some alcohol and I'm just wiping off any of the dust and leftover oils on his skin. This is probably the most satisfying part, I think, after prep and before polish, because everything just looks ready to go and like, just amazing. Yeah, I'm using my pH bond. He's stretching his hand, and that's all I'm going to be using for gel polish. And when it comes to prep, I don't really do, like, we don't need a primer or anything like that. And then this is my honey base from D-Gel. There's this local shop, online shop in Vancouver that I use to get these, and they also have like the Disney line from D-Gel, and it's so cute. They come from Korea, and I'm so glad that I just have that available to me to try these new brands from different places. And I just really liked it because it was like Disney and cute, so I got it. And I really like that it's called Honey Base because it's nice and thick and it removes really easily. So yeah, I really like this brand, D-Gel. It's really amazing. I will link the store below so that you can check it out, and yeah, they sell really great stuff there. And when I say Disneyland, Disney line, the D-Gel Disney line, like they have the colors as well. Like they have a Minnie Mouse collection, and it's all the colors associated with Minnie Mouse. They have a Daisy Duck collection, a Mickey one, a Donald, and yeah, the colors are fantastic. My favorite is the Mickey line because it has all the like pop colors, like bright yellow, blue, green, like orange and all that, and those are my favorite. And I really like the Minnie Mouse one because it's like all nudes. Like hopefully I can have enough money one day to just buy like the whole collection. But anyways, this is the foil I'm gonna be using today. It's the one I got at Secret Nails in Vancouver. I loved it. I was like, this is so dope. And I went up to Bobby and yeah, I had that conversation. I was like, hey Bobby, this is new. Can I put it on you? I think it's gonna look great. And he was like, yeah, totally. And then I'm using this other gel from OPI. And okay, so what happened is I went to the store and I wanted like a royal blue. That's like, I've been wanting that color for a long time. So I've just been like saving up to get that color. And this was right next to it in the OPI section, and I was like, okay, don't grab the shiny one, don't grab the shiny one, I want, be careful. And I don't know how somehow I got home and realized I had gotten the shiny one and not the one I wanted. Like, I don't know if it was like reverse psychology or something, but I was really disappointed. I was like, I wanted just the royal blue. Anyway, this is a gorgeous color either way, but I don't know how that happened. I ended up getting this shiny one instead, but it's okay. I ordered some new polish from, actually I should make a video about them. But anyway, I ordered some new polish from, oh my god, what's their name? Oh, Daily Charm. Oh my goodness. And I finally got the royal blue, so I hope it's everything I ever dreamed of. But yeah, I think I will make more videos about brands, because I think I have enough selection to talk about, and I can tell you like what I like and what I don't like, and I think that will be really fun. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna hopefully be able to get like a whole bunch of the Disney ones from DGel, and from the store. I'm gonna link it down below, and then I'll maybe next week or whenever I get my Daily Charm box, I'll make a video about that. But anyway, this color is looking great on Bobby. Obviously he's a blue guy. He loves blue, he loves orange, and he loves reds. So, but I think his favorite color for nails would be orange. Like on his toes we did like neon orange. It was really awesome. But he loves blue as well, and like this foil has a lot of orange flowers and gold, and it has blue flowers as well, like the blue I like royal blue. So I thought this as a background would be really cool. It would like contrast nice because it's shiny, and it's in the same like color family, so it's gonna be really cool. And you'll see. I'm gonna be using the foil glue from MANICURE. I don't know. It's a brand I found on Amazon. And I've seen lots of their stuff online and on YouTube, and I got really good reviews. So, and it is pretty good. It's you know, you can count on this foil. I think foils are foils are hard. Like they don't always work the way you want them to. I just find that that's just the nature of foils in general, no matter on the brand. But maybe I just haven't tried enough brands. But I know, like I just blame it on the foils. They don't always come out like perfectly whole as you want them to, like. But either way, like what's cool about them as well is that even if you don't get the whole thing on, they end up looking really cool. So you're just gonna see what I mean in a second. And since this is new foil I haven't worked with before, I don't know what kind of pressure I need to apply or anything. So after applying the glue, I left it in the lamp for 60 seconds. And this is me applying the foil now. So see, I'm using my finger, I'm rubbing it on. I don't know how much pressure I need to apply. With these other floral foils I have, like if you just touch it, it'll stick. So that's what I thought with this like foil as well. Like it would just be nice and easy. But this one was a little harder to put on. Like I found it was like putting on like temporary tattoos where you have to like use your body heat to kind of, you know, like raise your odds. And that's how I felt with this one as well. So like it didn't go on as much as I wanted it to, and I can't just like go back and put it on because all the stickiness is kind of off. So I'm gonna try it again on this finger, but I'm gonna use my little like a picker tool from, I don't have a rub-on tool. I actually bought it from Daily Charm right after this because I wanted better chances of adding on this foil. But this is like the little picker, the like gem picker tool, and you know, I thought it might work, and it kind of didn't. See, I tried again there with my finger, but the stickiness was already gone. So yeah, like the first few just weren't working as much as I wanted them to, but I think after I got the hang of it, it got a little better for sure. Like once I get to the thumb, it's like it worked. Like see, that one looks great. And again, either way, even if the whole thing doesn't go on, it looks pretty awesome. So I wanted this whole blue flower to go on there, and it worked. And then on his thumb, I think what I needed was just like a lot of pressure, a lot of like stick the whole thing on, rub the whole thing on, and a little bit of, I don't know if my body warmth made a difference, but in my brain it did. See, and that one went on like perfectly. So yeah, just the few trial fingers weren't perfect, but that's okay. And I'm just gonna top coat them. I didn't want to do like another coat. I just thought it'd be like too busy. It's already like shiny blue, and like even just these little accents of shape look really cool. So Again, like no issue whatsoever. These nails turned out awesome. And I like that they have a little bit of, I don't know what to call this style. It's really artsy and fancy. It reminds me of like, I don't know, like Asian kind of background. Like you could see this on like a dress from Asian descent. That's just the vibe it was giving me. It's very beautiful. So yeah. And I know like a lot of Chinese art tends to use gold, so maybe that's like the vibe it's giving me, or traditional Chinese art. But yeah, this is the vibe it was giving me. I thought it was super cool. So by the time I got to this hand, it was a lot easier to put on the foil. I kind of knew what I was doing, and applying the right amount of pressure. Oh, my mom just got home. Hello. Okay, I'm back. I think in the future when I get new foils, I'm always going to have a trial run to see how it feels. And I think I'm just going to go ham and like rub it on as much as possible, and to have better chances to get this foil to stick on. There are some people who think if you remove it really fast, it makes you get a higher chance of it sticking. I don't know about that. I think it's just how much you rub it on. Because see, that one I did really fast and it didn't make a difference. So, and sometimes I do it slowly, and again, it doesn't matter. It just matters how much you rub it on. And that's the final thumb right there. And I saved the big red flower for the thumbs. And on both of them, they came out whole. And I'm really glad about that. They look super cool. Look at that. So I'm just going to take some alcohol and clean up the sides. I don't get it. Like, why did it stick to the finger but not the foil glue when I wanted to? So, anyway. Again, I'm blaming the foil. I think it's just different than what I'm used to. And that's what the nails look like, and the thumb. And I'm just going to apply some top coat on all the fingers. And I already did on the other hand, so I don't have to do that. I like to put top coat after nail art almost immediately, just so, I don't know, it's like protected. And it's given me a bit of like a peace of mind, like, okay, that hand is done, you know? And they can use it, they can do whatever they want before I finish this one. That Winnie the Pooh brand I was talking about also has a top coat. I don't have it yet, but I would really like to get it. And then I found this chubby carrot, and I offered it to him, and I was like, can I put this chubby carrot on you? And he was like, what? Chubby carrot? And then he just tried to eat it, so he didn't want anything 3D on his hands again. I did a set on him a while back, and it was like nude fingers with like 3D strawberries on all the fingers, and he hated it. He was just like, I want to rip them off. But I was like, don't do it. Please don't do it. And yeah, so now he just likes flat colors. Like this. This is the final look. It turned out really, really awesome. I think it suits him, his personality. And look at those flowers on the thumb. They look amazing. And see, his cuticle work is a little bit patchy, but you know, I couldn't do much with his sensitivity. We got some Starbucks afterwards, and that's what his nails look like. See, and after cuticle oil, they look a lot softer. And you don't see a lot of that dry skin that's left over. But yeah, overall, I really, really like this set. I would love to do it on somebody else if they ever ask for it. Or maybe I want to try maybe like a black background that could work with this foil. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll come back next week with a new video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!